Hi everyone, today we'll be looking at integrating the XY-MD02 temperature and humidity sensor Modbus RTU to Click PLC. Using Modbus RTU or RS485, we will connect the XY-MD02 temperature and humidity sensor to the Click PLC. The Click will be the client or master and the sensor will be the slave or server. This is an ideal sensor to place in a panel to ensure that the panel is within operating temperature and humidity range. The XY-MD02 is an industrial Modbus RTU device that reads temperature and humidity. We will create a PLC click program that will read the temperature and humidity from the sensor. We will also read the parameters from the sensor like unit number, baud rate, temperature offset, and humidity offset. Let's get started. Detailed information contained in the video can be found at accautomation.ca. A link has been put in the description below. If you have not watched the other videos yet, there will be links in the description below that will start you at video 1. There will be links to the rest of the videos in this series as well. The XY-MD02 can be purchased from the following Amazon affiliate links. Some of the features of this high-precision SHT20 temperature and humidity sensor are that it supports the Modbus RTU protocol. The RS485 supports 1,000 meters of communication length. It fits on a standard DIN 35 mounting rail. It's high precision. Standard Modbus protocol and ordinary protocol. The user can choose communication protocols. Wiring the XY-MD02 to the Click PLC. This temperature and humidity sensor is powered by the DC supply. The voltage can be anywhere from 5 to 30 volts DC. In our case, we are using the 24 volt DC supply for the Click PLC. The Modbus RTU communication is a 2-wire or twisted pair connection. RS485A+ will be connected to the Click port 3+, and the RS485B will be connected to the Click port 3-. As you can see, the wiring of the sensor is straightforward. We would have to wire the units in parallel to expand this network to several other sensors. Each sensor would have a different unit number assigned so the program client can address the unit. Click PLC Modbus RTU program. To communicate to the XY-MD02 temp and humidity sensor, we need to set up the RS485 port on our Click Plus PLC. On the main menu, select Setup COM port. The COM port setup window will now be displayed. Port 3 is the RS485 type that will be used on our network master or client. Select the Setup button. If you want to go directly to the COM port setup details window, select COM port 3 under the CPU configuration on the Function tab of the navigation window. The COM port setup details window will now be displayed. The port showing is 3 and the protocol is set for Modbus. To the right hand side you will see the wiring details with a picture of the port. The basic configuration will be the communication that network will use. Since this is the master or client, we'll have to leave the default node address as 1. The baud rate will be 9600, parity none, 1 stop bit, and 8 data bits. This is the default for the XY-MD02 temperature and humidity sensor. We will leave the advanced configuration as their default. Our RS485 port is now set for the sensor. We will be using 2 receive Click PLC instructions. One is to get the current temperature and humidity, and the other is to get the parameters from the sensor. Here's our first Modbus instruction that will receive data for the temperature and humidity. The slave or server of the sensor is 1. This is the default for the XY-MD02. Function code 04 read input registers is used at Modbus hex address 1. We will read 2 registers and place them in the Click PLC memory starting at DS1. The status flags are set for us to use in the ladder logic to control the communication timing and see any error codes encountered. Here is the completed rung 1 of the Click ladder logic code. The first scan is used to start the communication to the XY-MD02 sensor. The second Modbus instruction will receive data for the sensor parameters. Again, slave server unit 1 is used. We will use the 03 read holding registers function code at Modbus hexadecimal address 101 this time. We will read 4 addresses and place them in the click PLC memory starting at DS3. Status flags are then set up to use in our ladder logic. Here is rung 2 of the click ladder logic code. The parameters will read when the temperature and humidity read is success or failure and the receive button is not on. Notice that the receive, success, and error bits for the parameter reading are used in the rung 1 for the first read. The third ladder logic rung will set the timer if the receive bits for the Modbus reads are not activated within 10 seconds. Communications will reset when the timer times out. This is the end of our Click PLC ladder logic program. Download this to controller and ensure that the PLC is running. Monitoring the Click ladder logic program. Using data view in the Click PLC programming software, we can watch the temperature, humidity, and parameters as the program runs. The temperature and humidity have 1 decimal place. This is understood, but if you need to display this on an HMI, divide the number by 10 and convert it to a real number in the PLC. DS1 is the temperature, which is 1 decimal in Celsius degrees. DS2 is the humidity in relative humidity as a percentage. The unit address is DS3, the default is 1. The DS4 contains your baud rate, which is the default 9600. DS5 is the temperature offset for calibration. As you put this number negative or positive, you can actually calibrate that temperature that you're reading in. DS6 is humidity offset for calibration. Again, you can be plus and minus on that humidity, so if you want to program it or calibrate it, you can do that with this value. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below. If you have any questions about the video, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. If you want more information about us or you want our free ebooks on numbering systems or robust data logging, please click on the link in the description below to get it. A new video is put out every Monday, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get more videos like this in the future. Remember to hit the bell beside your subscription to actually receive those notifications. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay safe.